Well, good morning and welcome to the MAPS 3 Citizens Advisory Board meeting for December the 19th, 2019. It is the appointed time and it appears that we have a quorum. You agree, Lisa? Good. We therefore will call the meeting to order. Item 2 is you've been provided copies of the minutes of our previous meeting on November the 21st. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? It's been moved and seconded that we approve the minutes as presented. Is there further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All right. It has been, the minutes then are approved with Mike Doerr abstaining. Item number 3, the MAPS 3 Revenue and Expenditure Report and the MAPS 3 Budget and Obligations Report. David, you want to take us through that?
Yes, sir. You have in your packet the Revenue and Expenditure Report for the period ending November 30th, 2019. So on the revenue side for the month, I think we have a first here. We actually have a negative revenue amount, and that is because of the reallocations that happen within the sales tax. If something was credited to MAPS 3 and later they find that it should have gone to another account, for instance, Better Streets, Safer Cities, something like that. So that's what has occurred there and the reason why it is negative. For the fiscal year, we have $1,807,404 and total of $832,735,589. On the expenditure side for the month, $11,818,455. Fiscal year, $42,651,127, and total $622,231,879. Then you also have your budget and obligations report for the period ending December 3rd, 2019, and I'll try to answer any questions if you have any.
Michael Adams, any comments that you have?
Looks good to me. I move that we accept the report.
It's been moved by Michael Adams that we accept the report.
Second.
And seconded. Is there further discussion? D, we're about to receive the expenses and revenue report. All right. Having considered that it being moved and seconded, no further discussion. As many as favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The reports are received as presented. Item 4, David.
Item 4 is recommend resolution approving change order number 19, MAPS 3 Convention Center, increase of $30,198, project M3-C003. This is what I would consider a routine change order for the convention center. There are 2 items on here. There's some circuit modifications based on some upsized circuit breakers for some audio-visual equipment. And then there's some additional control joints to prevent cracking on some exterior walls on that south plaster. This was approved by the subcommittee.
It's been moved. Is there a second? Second. Been moved and seconded that we approve the resolution as presented. All in favor say aye. 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 Opposed, no. It is approved. David, I guess you're going to tell us a little bit more in your comments about the tour of the convention center when we get down to your comments.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then let's move to item 5, new business. Any new business to be considered today? All right. MAPS 3 Citizens Advisory Board Subcommittee reports, item 6.
I might start.
This is a
Well, the convention center met, and we, after we adjourned, we took a tour of the new convention center, and it's progressing nicely, and we were all very proud and amazed at what the new convention center is going to look like. So we're excited for all of you to see it.
That's fantastic. All right, then. Any other subcommittees want to be heard? All right. That brings us to item 7 on the agenda, the update on the program by David. David, go ahead.
Real quickly, I can tell you that the surf machine was approved Tuesday by the City Council, so that is underway at the the Boathouse District, and we continue to work on some other projects that we hope to be bringing you next month. Second floor build out, some filtration, and some of those projects. Senior Wellness, both centers 3 and 4 are well into design now, meeting with operators and working through all those, that just like we did with 1 and 2. So those are coming along nicely, and we'll give you an update on that pretty soon.
Remind me who the operators are.
The operator for 3 is Langston University, and the operator for 4 is YMCA. As Ms. Hooper said, we had a tour with the convention center, and it is shaping up nicely. You can really start to see the size of the ballroom, the way the meeting rooms are situated. The glass is in. There's, some of the pieces of that building are now heated, so you're starting to see some of the finishes. It's really going to be a great building. Fairgrounds, we have work going on out there. Those additional projects are underway. And park design continues for the lower park, and be bringing that to you first part of next year. And that's really all I have.
Question about the convention center. I noticed in the material you sent us that it says this, if we approve this resolution, relatively small, that the completion date remained the same, which is September 19th of 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're still on track to do that.
Yes, sir.
Boy, doesn't that sound great.
It is.
Are you planning an opening for that, David?
There will be an opening. The Convention and Visitors Bureau, along with SMG and the city, will be doing a large grand opening for that.
That'll just be great. All right. Any other questions for David? All right. And item 8 is for an informational item. Any comments about that, David?
Well, it's just a temporary and permanent easements for the last piece of sidewalk that we've been waiting on for quite some time, but we've acquired that, and we'll be finishing that up.
Okay. Any questions about that informational item? Okay. Item 9, any comments by the board, staff? Bob?
Just wish everyone a happy holiday, and it's been a very eventful, productive year for us. And very honored to serve on this board with my colleagues.
Bet. Well, in that vein, I'll also say I'd like to at least note for our record here that last week, MAPS 4 received a resounding approval by the voters, reportedly the biggest margin that MAPS has ever had on any of the previous votes. And I just want to say I think that in many ways that's an endorsement of the entire MAPS process, including the great staff, the MAPS staff that we have, and our partners at ADG, all the wonderful consultants and contractors that have worked on this project, but specifically for each of you around this horseshoe. I think when we started this endeavor more than 9 years ago, we all hoped that we would make sure that this process was conducted with integrity and in a deliberate fashion that gave everybody a voice in the process, and that ultimately we would deliver to the citizens of Oklahoma City what they bargained for. And in many ways, I think that the vote endorses the idea that that has occurred, and that the MAPS brand is alive and well, and in great measure it's because of each of you who have devoted so much time to this for almost a decade now. And so I just offer each of you my thanks and congratulations on a great job well done. And as Bob said, Merry Christmas, and I'm hoping for a great 2020, highlighted by a grand opening in September of a convention center that David and the staff are just working night and day on. So I think that'll all be fun for all of us. Okay, staff, anyone else? Amanda, we haven't given you a chance. Do you agree that we have a quorum?
Yes, Merry Christmas.
I always like to get you in the record on something, so that's fine. Merry Christmas to you. All right, and any citizens here? I guess in some ways we're all citizens, but there don't seem to be any non-MAP citizens here today. Well, with that, who would like to make the final motion of 2019? Bob, you want to move we adjourn? And Mike, you want to move you want to second that motion? I don't know whether this is a record, but it's pretty close. I've taken some amount of ribbing in the past that when I wasn't here, you always got through more quickly. We're adjourned.